All right, I got lipstick on my teeth. Let's start this day off right. All right, I've got like 6 messages. Are you cooking breakfast? Are you cooking breakfast? Are you cooking breakfast? Yes, I'm cooking breakfast. Maybe I'm gonna try to make Pop Tarts. I need to turn on my oven. I just realized I haven't done that yet. So, fair warning, my morning has been a little chaotic. Trying to get my kid out for camp. She's kind of in a mood. She was crying on her way out the door, so if all of a sudden my husband shows up with my daughter, I won't be surprised that halfway there she says, I'm not going, I'm in a mood. 13-year-olds and their moods. You gotta love them. All right, Pop Tarts. One of my favorite pre-THM breakfasts. Burnt Pop Tarts, specifically. Burnt chocolate fudge Pop Tarts. I usually would eat 2 packs for breakfast. Yes, I know that's 4 Pop Tarts, and I know that's above the daily recommended serving of Pop Tarts, which is 0. So I thought I'd make my own. I'm not gonna make chocolate ones. I'm gonna make, I don't know, mixed berry, because I have mixed berry wow spread in the fridge, and that's what I'm gonna use to fill it. So, all right, let me make sure my comments are working, because I don't see comments, and I always have to mess with it and flip it around here. All right, someone say something so I know the comments are working now. There we go. Thank you, Holly. My hair's getting very, my perm is disappearing. So I woke up this morning, I showered last night, so when I woke up this morning it was flat on the top and curly on the bottom, so I just blowed it. So, okay, let's make some Pop Tarts. And while they're baking, I was thinking that maybe we could make a chocolate caramel, a creme brulee, that's what I had in my head, a creme brulee latte. All right, let's try this. I don't know if these are gonna come out. I have no idea. The recipe looks good. The recipe looks legit. So let's try it. All right, so it says, you like my shirt? Not today, heifer. I've been wanting this shirt forever, and I finally found it on sale this week. Isn't it funny? Not today, heifer. My husband's like, what's so funny about that? You have no sense of humor. All right. Almond flour. Uh-oh. Oh my word. Okay, I gotta go downstairs and get some almond flour. I'm really sorry. Hold on. All right, almond flour. It says in the recipe that you should use finely sifted, and that they recommend waiting, I'm out of breath. They recommend weighing it, but if you're gonna make it without a scale, you can measure 2 1/4 cups. They said tightly packed, but because I know baking, when you bake, it's always better to weigh your ingredients if the measurement is included. Grams right there. There we go. 0 grams. All right, so I need 250 grams of finely sifted almond flour. That's a lot of almond flour. All right, 250 grams. Now I need 60 grams of coconut flour. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna take the extra effort and close this bag because I think we all know if I don't close it, what the outcome may be. Okay, well, it won't close, so gotta find a Ziploc bag. That was a waste of time. All right, coconut flour. Not just coconut flour, but organic coconut flour. Oh, all right, 60 grams. So I gotta get this baby up to 310. I hate the smell of coconut flour beyond belief. It stinks so bad. Even though I like coconut, I hate hate the smell of coconut flour. Oh, we're so close. A gram is such a tiny little amount. There we go. Oh yeah, now it bounces up to 312. Close enough. All right, and that's it. That's the only thing we got away. So a quarter cup of erythritol. It did say you could use a monk fruit sweet blend if you wanted, or another blend. But I really am finding the more I cook with straight erythritol. Is that even how you pronounce it? Erythritol? Yeah. I'm finding this is my favorite sweetener, you guys. The straight erythritol. It tastes like, yes, I licked my finger and stuck it in my bag. It tastes like sugar. To me, it's really the closest. Okay, quarter cup erythritol, 2.5 teaspoons of xantham. The good old xantham. I got some teaspoons sitting right here. 1, 2. I have a recipe to make pasta, homemade pasta, that is made mostly out of glucose. And I don't know, that xanthan gum just reminded me. One of these days I'll have to make that for you. It's legit pasta noodles, like homemade pasta noodles, and it's an S. All right, where's my, it's over here. Xanthan gum, 1, okay, so I know it said mix the dry ingredients, fling them all over your counter. I added that part to the recipe. And then add your almond milk, melted butter, and apple cider vinegar. So let's melt the butter. 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. I have no idea what that is. Let's find out, shall we? Yeah, Kelly, I'll make it for you. Xylitol is bad, Chrissy. Erythritol is okay. I mean, I'm not sure you should feed a whole bunch of erythritol for your dogs because it'd probably give them gas. But it's not dangerous. But xylitol, even a tiny bit of it, is deadly. I will not have it in my house. I don't have anything in my house with xylitol. I buy the xylitol-free Gentle Sweet. How many grams? 100 grams of melted butter. So that begs the question, is it 100 grams before it's melted or 100 grams after? I wonder if it weighs the same. Geez, I think 100 grams might be a stick by the looks of this. Guess we're gonna find out. A 100 grams is all but this. Oh, same here, Chrissy. Well, I feed my dog. But she is a he. He's not a she. She is a pig. And will eat anything that hits the floor before I get to it. So I have to be very careful. So I do not have any xylitol. It's not worth the risk to me. I fed him 6 grapes one day, not knowing they were deadly. Fortunately, he's 90 pounds and it didn't affect him because he's fat. It's okay, Bessie. I'm sorry, wherever you are. He's downstairs hiding from me because I'm cooking. All right, I'm gonna melt my butter. And I'm gonna weigh my bowl and zero it out. I'm not gonna weigh my bowl. I'm gonna zero it out. Another bowl, the exact same one, because I wanna know if 100 grams of melted butter is the same thing as 100 grams of unmelted butter. I don't know. Well, I hope you feed your dog, Chrissy. It's important to feed your animals. My dog ate 4 times yesterday, and I wonder why is he so fat? He was so hungry. He was laying on the floor and his little belly was growling. I couldn't stand it. So I gave him extra food like a bad mom. All right, a little bit more. This is exciting. I hope they come out good. Well, I hope they come out well. I hope they come out good. I don't know what, some English teacher better tell me because I don't know. I hope they come out nicely. All right, my melted butter. Let's find out, is 100 grams of melted butter the same thing as 100 grams of unmelted butter? Well, it's 98 grams, and that's probably because there's a little smidge in my bowl. So I'd say, apparently, it weighs the same, liquid or solid. The more you know. All right, now we know. And what else? Almond milk, 1/3 cup plus 1 tablespoon. That's very specific. 1/3 cup of almond milk. My kitchen already looks like a hurricane went through. Third of a cup. Oh, thank you, Kelly. I'm really not put together even remotely. I've been painting my nails lately for some reason because they're getting so long from the healthy eating. Look at them. This hand's not as long, just this hand. I don't know why this hand is all broke, but they're all so long, so I've been keeping them painted. And I bought some gel nail polish that actually holds up. I just put my almond milk away. I got distracted by my fingernails. I need a tablespoon. It said 1/3 of a cup plus 1 tablespoon. I'm being very measury in my baking. When I'm baking something that requires, you know, science, I measure. It's the only time I really measure. All right, apple cider vinegar. Tell me I have, there we go, I choose. I do not have the super good apple cider vinegar. I have the crappy kind. All right, 1/2 tablespoon. Right? Yes, 1/2 tablespoon. 1/2 tablespoon of ACV. I don't know what that does. Why didn't you set the bowl from the micro on the scale? Because I didn't think of that, Cindy. That would have made so much more sense. All I had to do was weigh my bowl and then put my bowl from the microwave on there. Oh, I do things the hard way. I don't know. I don't know. See, that made so much more sense than the way I just did it. You know, because I like to dirty 61 bowls in the cooking of a 1-pot meal. I always laugh at those things. 1-pot meal. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. All right. Stir the wet into your dry. And it should form a ball. Yeah, well, we'll see. Oh, it looks like it actually might. Stir well and then knead into a ball. Okay. My hands are clean. Just so you know, I washed them right before I got on video. I promise. All right. Can you substitute the apps? I don't know. Probably. I think it would be fine. There's not that much in here in this whole recipe. I would do it. Just do it. It's not going to make them taste vinegary. I think it's like adds some crisp or something maybe. I really don't. I'm just making that up. I have no idea. I'll say this. Who asked me that? Kelly. I'll say this. If I didn't have any apple cider vinegar, I would have still made this with white vinegar. Whether it would come out right or not, I couldn't tell you. All right, knead it into a ball. We'll look at that. It actually did. I got a few stray crumbs. Knead to dough ball. All right, freeze. Oh, wrap. We got to freeze it for 10 minutes. It says to wrap it in saran wrap. All right, get out some saran wrap. What is that orange chunk? Well, that's a piece of sweet potato from supper the other night. I did clean my cutting board. One would assume that I didn't based on that. Oh, Julie. I can't come cook for you. You're probably, I bet you're in like Texas or somewhere. You can come up here and I'll cook for you. I ain't got no money to fly to Texas or wherever you are. All right. I'm gonna go stick this in the freezer for 10 minutes. And on my way back, I'm gonna grab something out of my fridge. All right. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick because I got goo all over them. Where's my towel? Way over here. All right. Okay. Let me clean off my... I'm thinking that while that's... Oh, I gotta set my timer. While that's freezing, I'm gonna start a caramel latte. All right. Not caramel, I said it wrong. Not caramel. Creme Brulee. My friend Tiffany in North Carolina. She's probably not watching this. But if you are, hi Tiffany. She said that she drank a creme brulee latte. And I said, I need to THMify that. Somebody just asked where I got this. It's a Wrap Master. Wrap. That's my imitation of rapping, because I'm that cool. Anyway, you just put your foil or your saran wrap in it, and then you just, and then you close it. I've had that. My great aunt bought me that when I got married 21 years ago, and it just broke last year, and she bought me a new one to replace it because she's so sweet. All right. What was I gonna do? I was gonna make a creme brulee latte. All right. I've got my pan. Let me bring you over. Here. I'm just gonna start the process because, what's somebody say? I love the Vermont Country Store. What's that? Is that something somebody said? What's a Vermont Country Store? Do I got something in here that says Vermont Country Store, or are you talking to somebody else? I never heard of it. All right. No, you're right, Caitlin. My husband would not be too happy about it if all of a sudden I had 260,000 THM women show up on my doorstep. Oh my gosh. All right. So this is, my oven's preheated. This is condensed, honest Pete, my brain, it doesn't work. This is condensed milk. Sweetened condensed milk that I made a couple days ago. I think it was earlier this, I don't know when it was. Maybe it was last Saturday. I don't know. It's when I made the avocado coffee. So it's been a couple of weeks. So, and not even that long. But anyway, nonetheless, I babble. It's just leftover sweet condensed milk. It holds up in the fridge really well for quite a long time. All right. I am going to turn it into caramel. Caramel. What's the difference? I thought I heard a car in the yard and I thought, uh-oh. All right. I'm just gonna, it looks like butter, but it's not. I can post the recipe, Lori, to the sweetened condensed milk. It's from Joy Filled Eats, I'm pretty sure, is Joy Filled Eats that makes it. I've made the sweetened condensed milk and then turned it into caramel. I'll go with caramel because that's what Bonnie says, and Bonnie's usually right. And I've never reheated it and made caramel after it's been in the fridge, so I don't even know if it's going to work. If it doesn't, we're going to make a mocha latte and not a creme brulee one. You should make loaded scrambled eggs presented in an avocado shell. Oh, that sounds fancy. I could make that with my radish hash browns I want to make. I bought radishes to make home fries in my air fryer. Maybe I'll do that this week. I didn't know what to have it with, but that's a good idea. Loaded scrambled eggs in an avocado shell. That sounds fancy. No, I don't, Candace. I don't know Bonnie in real life. I've just gotten to know her on here, and I feel like I know her, even though I don't. I feel like we besties. We message back and forth. I think her and I are on the same wavelength. I've never tried them, Kelly. I've never had home fried radishes ever. Ever. I hear they're good, but they scare me. I am a creeper, Bonnie. She's my creeper, I'm not hers. Just to clarify, Bonnie. This is separating quite a bit, I'll say that, but I think it'll come together. All right, I need to turn the heat down because all caramel is sweetened condensed milk, basically. I mean, it's brown sugar and butter and cream that's been cooked down. So I figure if I take my sweetened condensed milk, it should do the same thing, right? I don't know, will it? Let's see. Every time this week I've been on a video, my whisk has been dirty. That's okay, because this pan is going in, I'm not going to be using it. Well, no, this is my new pan. I don't want to ruin that. I forgot. I'm getting new pans today. I'm getting new cookware, and I cannot wait. My mom and dad are bringing it down to me today. I don't know if this is going to work. It looks like it separated quite a bit when I remelted. We'll see. The solids all separated quite badly. So it worked. You know what I could do? If this doesn't turn into caramel, I can slap a caramel together real quick. It's not hard. I think, maybe. Or maybe I'll just make mocha. Whatever. Boiled radishes are good for mashed potatoes. I'm not sure I believe that. I'm not entirely sure. My milk solids are completely separated from my fat. I don't know if it's gonna, y'all are gonna laugh at me, but I like to play around with food and see if I can fix it. I like to fix broken chocolate, broken caramel. I don't know. I don't know if I can fix it. It's probably gonna melt my Ninja. This thing holds hot temperatures, it says on the ingredients, so let's try it. Let's mix it back up. Let's whiz it up and see what happens. Let's see if KJ can burn herself to death here. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work. No. It was worth a try. My butter separated from my, well, actually, you know what? I've got, look at it, separated perfectly. Look at this. I've got butter and caramel. Kind of caramel. I don't know. I got 1 minute left on my, I think my caramel is a no-go. See if I can burn my tongue off. Tastes like caramel. Okay, that's no go. So what we learned today is that you cannot reheat keto or THM or whatever, low carb sweetened condensed milk, because it will not work. Look at that. It's separated perfectly from the butters. Does that make it lower fat? It's like a caramel. I bet, ooh, jeepers. I bet if I lay that stuff out on some parchment, I'll get some cracklies on some wax paper. Let's do it and see what happens. Okay, so maybe we're not going to make a creme brulee one. I could try to whip up some caramel while we cook the Pop Tarts, because those are going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to put some of this on here and see what happens to it. This is like a science experiment this morning. Let's just see. Let's just see what happens. Let's see if it turns hard and crispy and caramelly crunchy. I don't want all the butter. I just want the solids. Science! I say science because it's doing something interesting, not because I have any clue what it's doing. It just looks like science. I don't know. Fat-free caramel. That's right. All right, let me move you back over here. You like my shirt, Jessica? Not today, heifer. Not today. All right. Why am I looking in my microwave? That stuff is in my freezer, not my microwave. Okay. I got my frozen. It's not really frozen. It's just cold for 20 minutes. 10 minutes. Sorry. 10 minutes. You can shut up now. Stop. All peeping. All right. Divide dough into 2 sections. So 1, 2. All right. Maybe I should have done that, Sally. Maybe I should have melted it in the microwave first. And then maybe I just did it too high heat. I don't know. Whatever. No big deal. All right. So I've got 2 dough balls. Roll a 1/4 inch thick between parchment. Okay. I have no room in this kitchen. I need a bigger cooking space. I'm gonna do videos. I'm gonna go look at houses today. The title said Pop Tarts. Says you were mixing up, you said noodles. Now you just said Pop Tarts again. Julie, I have a recipe for noodles that I was talking about while I was kneading this dough. I have a recipe for S noodles that I'm gonna make that reminds me of this dough. But I am making Pop Tarts. All right, Lori, I'm making Pop Tarts. I'm attempting to make Pop Tarts. Hopefully this dough will not break. Looks kind of crumbly, but we're gonna see. I love when they say, roll it out into a such and such rectangle. Have they ever rolled dough? Dough does not roll into a rectangle. It rolls into a weird, semi-oblong, messy shape. Not no rectangles. I mean, I have never successfully rolled dough into a rectangle. I'm not that I'm any good baker, but see, it looks good, but it's not a rectangle. Yes, I will share the recipe when I'm all done. I'm all done. All right, I need a baking sheet. I need more parchment. I keep hearing car doors. Must be the neighbors. All right. Now it says to cut it into 8 rectangles each dough ball into 8 rectangles. So I don't even know if you can see. I'm gonna cut the edges off, the misshapen edges. I can smell the vinegar. I mean, it's not bad, but I can smell it. zingy. I'll have to re-roll these pieces because all right, now I have a little rectangle. So that's probably 3 pieces. So I need to get, let's see. Can I get, I'm gonna do it this way. All right. Ooh, it's fragile dough. I got 1. Where did I put my cookie sheet? Over here on the sink. Isn't that where everybody keeps their cookie sheets? Oh, this dough is really nice. It's very pie crusty. It's not. I said it was super fragile, but it really isn't actually. And I think if I put it in the freezer for even a little bit longer, it would be even less fragile. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, I'm gonna reshape this piece into more dough. I love baking. Isn't it fun? You had the Pop Tart recipe pinned for years, but never got the nerve to try. There was a bunch out there of these Pop Tart recipes. Some of them were, this one looked the least like Pop Tarts when it baked, but the recipe looked the best out of all of them. There was some where it looked better, and I read the recipe and thought, I don't entirely think that that's gonna do that picture. You gotta be careful on Pinterest. Some of these recipes, like they'll share a recipe for chocolate chip cookies and you'll be like, oh, those look like grandma's. And then you make them and they look nothing like grandma's. Not even remotely. I didn't do that thin enough. And a little bit thinner. Yeah, I think some people out there like to take pictures off the internet of other people's real cookies and post them on as keto cookies or low carb cookies or, you know, because I don't know. I want to see the actual cookie. Show me the actual cookie and we'll give it a try. I don't trust many cookie recipes. Shannon Fox has one that looks really, really good that I want to try. Now I have no idea how big these are because I took them over here. I guess it doesn't matter because these are not the tops. These are the bottoms. How I'm going to get the tops the same size is beyond me. That's why she said to measure them. Now I get it. I was like, why would I get a ruler out and measure my dough? Is she nuts? Now I know why. Because the tops need to match the bottoms. Duh. KJ. Dimwit. I am. I'm a dimwit. All right. All right. Before I make the other dough, I'm gonna fill them. She says to roll it all out, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go put this back in the freezer so it stays nice and cold, and I'm gonna fill my Pop Tarts with my Wow Berry spread, and I'm gonna do some cream cheese and some other ones. All right. I will share the recipe. Kim, I can't remember the blogger. I think there was something with yum in the name. All right. I could, oh yeah, I could do that. I could make smaller ones. No, I want big Pop Tarts. I could make small Pop Tarts, but I'm gonna eat this like as a breakfast. So, all right, I'm gonna spread a little bit of cream cheese in some and some without cream cheese. I'll do just a couple with cream cheese because I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know. The recipe said you could do it, but I don't really know. We're gonna find out. I don't want to go all the way to the edges because I need room to seal my Pop-Tart. Okay. I'm not throwing that away. Or this. But I will wash my hands. I don't want to gag anybody. Man. Cream cheese, I'm telling you. I could eat it right out of the bowl. I probably have it all over my face. could eat it right out of the bowl and be happy. All right, this is my berry wow, my wow berry spread. Oh, I love this stuff, you guys. I make it a lot. So this is from Trim Healthy Future. You could make any, you could probably use Polliners jam for these. But to me, this is gonna be the perfect little Pop Tart. Those look pretty with the cream cheese. You watch, I'm gonna make the others without, and then I'm gonna be mad that I didn't make them all with cream cheese, but oh well. Stay in the Pop-Tart. Guess I gotta make more berry spread. I like this version because it's a fuel pull, but my friend Kathy made some with pineapple that was an E, and I love me some pineapple, so I was thinking about making some. I stole this mason jar from her. She brought me over some soup or something in it, and I'm like, can I keep that jar? Because I really like it. And I can't find another one just like it. She said, sure. Because she's a good person. She should know better by now than to bring me food in any form of container, because she's probably not going to get it back. I'm going to melt it or use it or lose it, because that's just what I do. I hope I don't put too much in these. It did say on the recipe that the jam will ooze some, so I'm okay. It's all right to have ooziness. As long as we're talking about food and not wounds, oozing is okay. That was gross. I've been reading Leviticus, and they're talking about scabby sores. Ugh. All right. There's my filling. They're looking pretty good so far. All right. Let me get my other dough. Another piece of parchment, because I like to waste lots of it. Why did I crumble up that other piece? Genius. The last two you roll it out. Whoops. That's not parchment. This is. Somebody said the last two you rolled out could be because they were old. Yeah, they're all going to be different sizes. I'll be honest. I'm going to have a very difficult time. I need to add parchment to my list. I'm going to have a very difficult time getting these all the same size, as I'm not good with that. Yeah, I could make a cream cheese drizzle. She uses a little bit of monk fruit and milk to make like a glaze. Just a simple, but you can't put that on until they're completely cold, it said. So that's not going to be on video, because that's going to be like a couple hours from now when they're really cold. All right. And I love you all, but I'm not going to stay on for 2 hours, because I'm going to go look at houses. I'm trying to talk my husband into buying a bigger house. I want to go look at modulars today. That's my goal. If I can show him a nice enough modular, maybe he'll be like, you know what? You should buy a new house. I want a bigger kitchen. And the interest rates are so cheap right now that I feel like now is the time, because we could get a much more expensive house than we could have 10 years ago based on the interest rate, because it's the veterans interest rate right now is 2.75. You can get really expensive house. Not, well, really expensive in my brain, but compared to what, when we bought this house, what we could afford, because the interest rate was almost 5. So, I just want to look. Probably won't happen, but I just want to look. All right, now I gotta cut my crappy edges off. That's too thick, is it? I don't know. I think it needs to be a little bit thinner. Let me get my, feels a little bit too thick. I don't think my parchment parchment was as big as last time, so it's a little bit thicker. I'll go easy on her so she'll try to retain her shape. Okay. All right. Yeah, the hot prices, that's the thing, Bethany. We'll probably go look at the house and be like, yeah, it's beautiful, but now this house that was 155 years ago, 10 years ago, is now 300,000. So it probably, because it's a seller's market, it's probably not going to happen for us. But that's okay. It don't hurt to go look, right? Do I have a measuring tape up here? I probably don't. Because I should measure them first. The one time my husband puts his tools away. No, I don't know. So there, all right, I gotta measure it by finger. That wide by that wide. I don't know. I'm gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna cut this into quarters just like I did those and hope for the best. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I can make space. Holy Hannah. If I would put things away when I was done cooking, I'd have plenty of space, but I don't. You could make cream cheese dipping soda. I could. That sounds good. Oops, I just broke that one. Let's see. Okay, that one fits there. Oh, shoot. Shoot, I forgot a step. I need an egg. Egg white. I need some egg white. So the recipe didn't say to do this, but it just makes sense to me. I got one more thing I just left out. It makes sense to me to do a little bit of an egg wash around the edges. Do I have my little brush? I do. I'm going to do a little egg wash around the edges of these so that I think they'll stick together better if I egg wash them. I should probably only do them as I do it because otherwise it's going to dry out. All right, let's do a little. I just think it's going to stick together better and help seal the Pop Tart better. If I just brush a little egg white around the inside, it's going to stick. And it says to firmly press around the edges. I could use a fork. I think I will. Well, that one's square. Started out as a rectangle, ended up as a square. All right, I already put egg wash on this one, so let's go over here. See, that's smaller, but I think it's okay. I don't even know if you can see. It's okay that it's not exactly the same size. It's gonna squish together well. That one's got too much goo. That one's gonna have berry jam seeping out the edges because it already does and it hasn't even cooked. I hope these hold together in the oven and don't seep everywhere because number one, it will stink and smell and smoke up and all right. Let's do this one. I don't know. Some of these are square and some of them are rectangle. I'm not good at that stuff, you guys. Oh, that one's too thick. How did I get those ones so thick? This is exciting. These are looking really pretty. See, the dough crumbles a little bit when like I try to mash it. It rolled out really nice. But when you try to shape it, it's really super fragile. Holistic expialidocious. All right. One more, and then I gotta roll out more dough. I think that's why they're so big, because, I mean, that's why they're so misshapen, because I didn't roll them out thin enough, and now I don't have the right size. That one is super duper fragile. All right, let's do this one here. Can you guys even see the Pop Tarts on the camera? I don't know. That one's got a little seepage. Oh, I think these are going to be really crumbly and hard to eat, but I think they're still going to taste like amazing. All right, hold on, I got wicked distracted. That was a bit of a stutter. 34 below. I've been there. Been there. We've had it. It's no fun. It's going to be 28 today. Nice. 28 degrees is beautiful, you guys. All right. We need 2 more. So this was supposed to make 12 Pop Tarts, but apparently the author's idea of a Pop Tart size is significantly smaller than my idea of a Pop Tart. Mine are about the size. Is that even livable? Yes, it is, Bethany. Funny. It's livable. Not if you live outside, but if you live in a house with a heat, it's expensive is what it is. Yes, you do, Jen. I have a cousin named Jen Markey, so every time your name comes up on my screen, I'm like, did Jen join Trim Healthy? All right, I can get 2 more out of that, baby. I think. Those are too small, but that's okay. I did. They're way too small. I shouldn't have cut so much off the edges. Dang, that's way too small. I'm gonna have to use 2 on that one. All right, that's all right. I'm not going to take the time to re-roll it because I'll just eat this one first. It doesn't have to be pretty. It's going in my stomach. It's not like I'm selling these. Who cares what it looks like? It's what it tastes like that matters. Nobody else in the house is going to eat them. I can guarantee you that. All right. Oh my goodness. I'm so disorganized. Anywho, she said this would make 12 Pop Tarts, which tells me that her Pop Tarts in her head are about this big. Well, Pop Tarts are not that little. Don't call them Pop Tarts if they're going to be that little, because that ain't no Pop Tart. Dough is very nice dough, actually. It rolls out quite nice. Most of the low carb type dough that I try to make is crap. This is not crap. This is good dough. I'm gonna have to remember this. I could use it for pie crust. I could use it for little meat pies. I could make little breakfast pockets out of it. So many possibilities. All right. Oh, I didn't put the egg wash on either one of those. Oopsie. Well, we're gonna find out if the egg wash helps because I put it on all these 4 and not these 2. Guess that's a good test. That's what I get for paying attention. No, I don't have any leftover dough. Yes, my mom will try one and she'll complain and cry and say, that's gross. She likes all the savory, trim, healthy foods. But she doesn't like, my husband's home, but she doesn't like any of the sweet, trim, healthy foods. So, all right, I'm gonna brush the top of these with egg white so they get good and shiny. It's gonna make them pretty. So pretty. one's crumbly as all get out. These two in the middle look perfect. All right, now we're gonna stick them in the oven, see what happens. 25 minutes. It says 25 minutes, but I'm gonna check them at 15 because things tend to burn if you follow the instructions. At least in my world. I don't know if it's because the recipes, the people that write these recipes, their ovens are different, but if something says 15 minutes, I almost always can only go 10 without burning. So, all right, let me clean up a little bit, and while that's cooking, we'll throw together some caramel, hopefully. Somebody go look up THM or keto caramel sauce and tell me what the ingredients are. And I'll slap together a little quick caramel sauce. Elizabeth, that's amazing. Well, yes, Cynthia, but Pop Tarts are baked first and then you put them in your toaster. And I won't put these in my toaster because they're gonna be way too crumbly. You could air fry them after, but Pop Tarts are always baked first before you buy them. But yes, I think that's probably right, Lori. It's a gas oven, so that's probably why. Gas ovens are hotter. All right. So, somebody tell me what's in caramel, and I'll make that. They're not coming here. We're gonna meet them in town. They're leaving Holton at 8:30, so another hour or so. All right. Did anybody figure it out yet? What's in caramel? Kim, my shirt says not today, heifer. Butter and cream. There's sweetener too, right? So let's just do that. Let's just do it and see what happens. Let me wipe out this butter from this frying pan. Butter, brown sugar, and whipping cream. Okay, yep, that's what I thought. So that means butter, sweetener, blackstrap, and cream. Where's my butter? That's amazing, Lori. I'm at 32. I'm just about a half an ounce away from 33. It's coming off real slow, but that's okay. Happens the older you get. Things just doesn't move as fast. But if I wasn't doing this, if I gave up and said, I'm not doing this anymore, it's taken way too long, then where would I be? I wouldn't be down a pound. So, what's the point? Aw, thanks, Jenna. Xantham gum, really? To thicken it up? I need to turn that heat way down. Because that's, I think caramel goes, whoops, I want super sweet. Which is hidden up here. Let's see if I can drop it all over my head again today. Super sweet and black strap. Is anybody counting how many spoons I've dirtied so far today? It's a lot, I can tell you that. I'm just gonna put a little drizzle. Alright, a little drizzle blackstrap, a little bit of butter, a little bit of sweetener, and some cream. attention this time so it doesn't separate. Look at that. Got me some caramel. Smells just like caramel. You see it? Yeah, same here, Chrissy. All the time. All the time. Look at that. I have caramel, and I'm gonna add a little xantham gum, like she said, and I think that's gonna thicken it up good. Where's my xantham? I'm just gonna put a little bit, because I'm only making like a little serving. I don't need a ton left over. So I don't think it goes good left over. I'm gonna bubble. If I overcook it, it'll break. So I think that's good. Look at that. Perfect caramel sauce. How easy was that? No, Cynthia, the Pop Tarts are an S. They've got lots of butter and they've got almond flour. So they are an S. Look at that beautiful caramel, you guys. It came out perfect. All right. So then to make a latte, we need strong coffee or espresso, and I don't have either. So what I do, holy Hannah, such a mess. Well, I could use Brian's coffee. I'm going to use my Unrest. Oh man, my filter's dirty. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna brew a cup of coffee. If you double brew your coffee, it will be perfect for this, but I can't double brew in a Keurig. I don't know if you've ever double brewed, but you just pour if you have a regular coffee pot, you just pour your coffee back in and use it as the water to brew through the same coffee, and it'll double brew it. But I can't do that. So I'm just gonna brew a cup of my Unrest. This is the best coffee you're ever gonna taste. Blue Hill with chaga in it. It's got chaga. So, all right. Oops. All right, so I'm gonna make what did I say? A creme brulee. Did you get your coffee yet, Bonnie? Has it come in the mail yet? I know the mail is really slow right now, so it'll be here soon. It'll be there soon if you haven't gotten it yet. It smells so good. I love the smell of it. It's amazing. All right. So I need milk for a latte. I'm going to make brown sugar to go in my latte because that's what's going to make it a creme brulee. Where's my right here. You'll get it, Bonnie. I know, the snowpocalypse down there is ruining everything. I know, they got like a half an inch of snow down there in Tennessee. They're dying. They're dying.
No way to plow the roads.
Just kidding, they got more than half an inch. This, you get this, Sharon, there's a website. It's Unrest is the name of the coffee. It's from local, and it's made with local chaga. Maine chaga. Chaga Khan. That's what he should have named the coffee. Chaga Khan. You got a whole foot in Tennessee. That's quite a bit. A foot of snow is a good amount when you're not used to snow. Alright. All I'm doing is mixing a little drizzle of blackstrap up with my super sweet, and I'm mixing really well. And I put way too much blackstrap in there, so I need a little more super sweet. But you just mix it really good like this. You don't need to go be buying any low carb brown sugar for $17 a bag. It's not necessary. You can make this super easy. I know, Bonnie, I'm just teasing you. You got ice everywhere. We don't do good up here when we get ice either. People up here can't drive when there's ice. We know how, my husband says, what? He can drive in the ice. But the average Joe up here in Maine sucks when it comes to driving on ice. We can handle the snow, but we can't handle the ice either. Ice is unpredictable. You can't control what your vehicle does.
I'm talking about this area. Up home, people are pumping.
Oh yeah, that's different. All right. So now I've got my coffee. This is going to be an iced latte. So Brian at Unrest Coffee would probably die if he saw me do this. But the way you get your double brewed, really powerful coffee, the way I get it, is brew my coffee and then add a tablespoon of instant coffee to it. He'd probably go, you put instant coffee in my delicious chaga coffee. What is wrong with you? I can hear it now. That's okay. Doesn't matter. It's my coffee. I'll do what I want. All right. I just spilled brown sugar. All right. So now I'm going to do a good amount of brown sugar. This is going to be sweet because this is creme brulee. So I've got at least a tablespoon of that in there. It's going to be sweet. Brown sugar. And a whole bunch of milk, because that's what makes latte a latte. You can't have latte if it's dark. It's got to be milky. And I'm going to add a little bit of cream, just a little bit to even more decadent. All right, so there's my okay. This is exciting. Now I'm going to take my cup. I'll do it in this cup so you guys can see. And I'm going to put my caramel sauce. Oh, no. Do I do ice first? Ice. Put some caramel sauce down the inside of the cup. I should have put the caramel sauce on first. I knew when I did that it was dumb, but that's okay. Whatever, who cares? It's gonna taste the same. My caramel sauce. And then I'm gonna put my coffee in there, but I'm gonna dirty yet another dish. And I'll tell you why. Because if I pour that coffee straight in there, it's going all over the floor. So I'm gonna do it on this in the sink. And I'm gonna pour my coffee. And then I'm gonna add a little drizzle of that. Oh, I still got some left. Still got some little caramel sauce left. Okay, now tell me that doesn't look delicious. You guys, look at that. That is some serious yum factor. Holy crow. Look at that. Iced caramel. I keep saying it wrong. Creme Brulee latte. Not creme brulee. I just said creme brulee. Creme brulee. Creme brulee latte. It's creme brulee. Iced caramel. Iced creme brulee. I can't get the name right. All right, that sounds good. Maybe I should sprinkle a little bit of my brown sugar on top, because that's what they do at the dunk. That looks good. I'm happy with that. All right, that was good time, and I got 50 seconds left on my Pop Tarts. Let's see. I lie. I got 3 minutes left on my Pop Tarts. They're not quite done. I was worried they would overcook, but isn't that pretty, Lori? Just a few more minutes. I'll be done. I'm getting this from the husband. Look at that. I don't have a blog. I ain't got time to blog. And I don't make up my own recipes, Shelly, for the most part. I did this one. But for the most part, I don't. I cook other people's recipes. Oh, that's what I do. Cause huh? What? Oh, but this is just, I found the copycat creme brulee latte and made this. So I did make this one. I'll write it up. No, I don't have a blog. Somebody says, ha ha ha, oh, Tony. He's part of my videos without being part of my videos.
See, this is why I refuse to be seen. It adds to this.
He probably didn't hear what he said. He said, this is why I refuse to be seen. It adds to the mystique. The mystique. I wish he'd come over here and show you his beautiful beard. It's so pretty. I love it so much. I know. They said, tell Tony he has to share you for a few more minutes. I know. One of these days, he'll stop in and say hi. Maybe.
Is there wheeling me out to the hearse so you can get a quick snapshot? As far as I go.
Oh, everyone waves in unison. Hi, Tony. Oh, thank you.
How does she know I'm
I appreciate that. I'm noticing too when I get on when I put on my clothes in the morning, I'm like, this shirt was an XL and usually I was wearing a 2XL. And last night I didn't even think about it. I just bought the XL and hoped it would fit and it fits me perfect. Not today, heifer. I love this shirt. Oh my word. He's not hilarious, he's just shy.
Only up here is not half, it's
Heifer. That's right, up here it's heifer. Hot? Not today, heifer. If this was a really main shirt, it would say AH instead of ER. Not today, heifer. All right, 21 seconds. My Pop Tarts coming out of the oven. And according to the blog, she said they're even better cold. So I will try one. I would try one hot because I want to try it. I can't wait. But when they cool, I'm gonna take a little bit of gentle sweet and a little bit of almond milk and mix it up to make like a frosting. You don't want it too runny because it's gonna melt way too fast, but make it a little thicker and spread it on top of your Pop Tarts. They didn't ooze a whole lot like I thought they would. Let me look at the bottom. I think they might need a couple more minutes. Huh? I know real Pop Tarts are flat, but that's because they don't have as much delicious filling as mine do. I'm gonna go another 2 more minutes. Where did you get that Pop Tart recipe? I got it off a blog.
You sounded like Forrest Gump when you said that. Where did you get that Pop Tart recipe?
Did you guys hear that? He said I sounded like Forrest Gump when I said, where did you get that Pop Tart recipe? I got this off some random blog on Pinterest. Oh, he's losing it.
I could see him saying.
Oh my gosh. He's losing it over here. I got it off of Pinterest. If you put in keto.
Where did you get that Pop Tart recipe? It looks delicious.
You need to say things louder so they can hear you. Say that again.
If I try to say it, I won't. Excuse me, sir, where did you get that Pop Tart recipe? It looks delicious.
He said he's hilarious. Keep him going. You make a great team. Oh my word. Is Tony a trim, healthy Tony? Tony is the farthest thing from a trim, healthy Tony. And I don't mean that because he's got a belly. I mean that because he refuses to try.
I don't like grape nuts.
He refuses to try the majority of what I cook. Sometimes he'll eat things that fall on plan naturally. Tony Gump.
Instead of bubble gum shrimp, we could start a company, Tony Gump Pop Tarts.
Oh my god.
Well, it's like a box of Pop Tarts. You never know what you're gonna get.
Everybody's a show Tony. Show Tony. I'm not. He won't. He'll kill me. He'll be so mad.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I like the beard instant the other day.
Oh, I just looked in my microwave for the Pop Tarts. Pop Tarts aren't in the microwave. Pop Tarts are in the oven. All right. Yeah. No. Yeah. They look good now.
You're telling the dogs
Oh, I do.
in hiding.
Oh, that's getting hot. Ha. Can you put this away for the? Oh, that pan's really hot. Can you put the cold stuff away for me? All right, here's my Pop Tarts. Look at them. They look in the camera. It looks like a Pop Tart.
No.
Yes, it does.
It's like one
He
of those
says
strawberry-
no.
It's like one of those strawberry pastries we buy.
Look at that. The whipped cream. I'm really excited, you guys. Look. Pop Tarts. That's right. They're Pop Tarts. Pop. Up here in Maine. Pop Tarts. We don't eat no Pop Tarts. We don't like to pronounce our R's up here in Maine. Pop Tarts. Pop.
Pop Tarts.
Pop Tarts. Oh my gosh, I'm really happy with those. And I really want to taste one, but I don't think they're going to taste very good hot, you guys. Because they're meant to be cold. I'm going to put them all, I'm going to take them off this plate. Put them all down here. You can see them. Look, can you see them? Can you see them? They look really good. No, Lori, he said, I don't like grape nuts.
What?
She thought you said, I don't like green food. He doesn't. He likes broccoli, but he doesn't like grape nuts. He said, he thinks dieters eat grape nuts.
And hug trees.
And hug trees. I don't hug any
Not
trees.
dieters, just
I don't hug trees or eat
all this
grape nuts.
all natural stuff.
He thinks the all natural stuff that we're weirdos. That he's gonna wake up some morning and I'm gonna be out back with my arms wrapped around a not a palm tree. I wish. A pine tree. But all right, there's my Pop Tarts. I think they look mighty good. You guys, I really want to taste one for you and tell you how delicious they are, but I can't because they're too hot. And I know they're gonna be delicious. I can tell. Dawn, you are so stinking right. I could make Hot Pockets. I would say one of these is a serving. Carrie, I would say one. I could make Hot Pockets with mozzarella and little mini meatballs, or steak and cheese, or pizza. Oh my gosh, that's a good idea. All right. Which one's the ugliest? I'll try the little corner of the crust to see how the crust tastes. But like any good keto / THM recipe, they're gonna taste better cold. He said they look like strawberry pot pies. That crust is delicious. He's shaking his head. Means you want to try it. That crust. All right, I'm going to try the filling. Heck with the heat. I'm going to try it.
I might try it if you use sugar.
There is sweetener in it. There's molasses in it. Was there molasses in this? I'm not making you any with sugar.
Say it. Sugar.
Sugar. I'm not making it. Look at those. This one is one of the cream cheese ones, I think. That's why the jam is lighter. Make him try it. Cindy, I can't make him do anything. You want me to pin him down and shove it in his face? Hashtag, shut up, Tony. You guys, he's standing in front of me eating a Reese's right now. I'm gonna sling one of these Pop Tarts at him.
So if they can hear the wrapper crinkle.
Get out of here. He's rotten. All right. Those, okay.
It's a bit nutty.
Get out of your head right now if you think that these are going to taste like a store-bought Pop-Tart. Because they're not going to taste like a store-bought Pop-Tart. Okay. There is no sugar-free, baked, homemade thing that is going to taste like a pre-packaged, full of chemicals thing. It's just, if you think that that's going to happen, you're sorely mistaken. You need to lower your expectations or raise your expectations, whichever way you want to look at it, because these are really good. They're different. They taste like a fruity filled pie. They're not going to taste like a Kellogg's Pop-Tart. However, I'm used to not eating sugar, and so these taste like a really sweet, delicious treat. So if I was living off Pop-Tarts like I used to be, I'll be honest, I would probably taste this and go, that's nasty. But I'm not. So I'm used to not having sugar. So if he tasted this, he would probably go, because it doesn't taste very sweet. But it's perfect. They're tender. You need to change your expectations. That's right. And once you get that stuff out of your system, that stuff just tastes gross. Marin opened a Pop-Tart yesterday and I almost gagged. It stunk so bad. It's just, you need to change your expectations. Get the flavor of that stuff. Get that sugar out of your system. I know. The dog, the minute I'm done cooking, comes back into the kitchen. He knows when I'm done. He thinks he's going to get some. But anyway, you need to change what you expect out of healthy food. Now, I say that about sweets. You don't need to change your expectations of savory foods and dishes, because those are just, they're amazing. But the longer you go without sugar and white flour in your system, the better the stuff tastes. You get used to it. It's very good. And you know that this nourishes your body, and something that came out of a silver wrapper does not. Yes, I totally agree, Lindsay. You can taste the preservatives. You can pick them out. Ugh. Yep. Always better for you. So yes, the glaze on these, a little bit of almond milk and some gentle sweet. Make it kind of thick so you can spread it on. They're pretty sturdy. Who asked that? Yes, they're sturdy, Kathy. Ooh, they're hot though. They are sturdy, but they're going to be more sturdy as they get cold. Right now they're hot, and I'm not going to glaze them. It said in the recipe to glaze them once they were completely cold. I live in Maine, Gloria. Can you tell by my accent? Apparently I have an accent that I never thought I had, but I hear it all the time. You have an accent. All right, so that's it. Creme Brulee, latte, Pop-Tart. That's, look at that. It's beautiful. Who needs to cheat? Not me. Either Tony tries the THM food or he has to get on camera. That's the deal. He's like, no.
There is a third option.
No, there's a third option. Neither one. All right, I'll link the recipe. And remember to add an egg wash in between the crusts, because I did that, and the ones that I did that on held together, well, they all held together pretty good, but those ones look even better. And she didn't have that in the recipe. But, all right, I appreciate you guys joining me here. I will upload this on YouTube so you can watch it later, because I know you're going to want to watch it on repeat all day long. I hope you all have a blessed Saturday. Just remember, today, for a lot of people, is the hardest day to not go off plan and cheat. It's the hardest day, because especially if your family doesn't do this life with you, this lifestyle with you, it's the easy day to be like, let's order pizza, let's order Chinese, let's order Mexican, let's order this, let's order that. Just remember, if you eat that, you're going to feel like crap later, and you're going to get on Trim Healthy, and you're going to say, why did I eat all that fried food? I feel like crap.
Well, it's like quitting smoking. Once you cheat, it's
That's right. Right. I said this before. You would not hold a line of cocaine out to a crackhead and ask them to sniff it. You wouldn't do it, would you? So don't let somebody hold a piece of pizza out to you and say, just a little bite. You can have one bite. If you're anything like me, no, I can't. I can't have one bite because then I'll eat half the pizza. That's just how I am. I will fall down, you know?
And even if they don't revert, they still
Yeah,
blew however many
that's
days
right.
they had built up.
If you've been, like I'm on day 147 of not having a single cheat whatsoever. None, zero, none, nada. Not even a bite. So if I were to go out and eat off plan, just because it's just one meal, it's just one meal, it would be bad news for me. And I would lose that whole 147 days. And for me,
I haven't smoked for
it's not worth
I
it.
haven't smoked for 20 years. If I take one puff, that
Right. My husband quit smoking 20 years ago. If he took one puff, he loses those 20 years. I feel that way. Some people say it's not 20 years lost. One meal is not the end. One meal is not the end for a lot of people. For me, one meal can be the end. So if one meal can be the end for you, then why cheat? What's the point?
If I didn't start smoking again, I can't tell people I quit 20 years.
I know. Yep. So stick to it. Find something on plan. I've ordered some masa. And hopefully at some point this week or next week, at some point, I'm going to make taco bowls. And I think that's going to be delicious. I can't wait to try. So, all right. Enjoy your Pop Tarts if you go make them. Make your family jealous with your homemade Pop Tarts and let them hashtag wise faceless Tony. Oh, God. All right. I love you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful on-plan day. Show your meals all day on Trim Healthy so you stay on plan. And if you feel like you're about to jump off a cliff and eat a bag of Doritos, you text me and I'll talk you off the cliff. All right. I love you all. Have a great Saturday. Bye.